Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Blerd Lines Podcast with your host, no other than Captain Edu, myself, Mr. G Twizzle, aka Dad Pad Gaming, and
Hello.
Lady G, who's out here doing Lady G things. She went to go get her charger. I thought she was ready to come back, but she left. But she's back in an action, baby. Here she go. So, Lady G, I was just giving you the wonderful introduction. You know, so
Thank you, thank you.
you welcome, welcome. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's been in a get fit mood lately, so I want to go ahead and give my people the boast. I did a 2 mile run in 105-degree weather yesterday. I'm never
I'll
doing.
pass.
Yeah, I'm never doing that dumb shit again. Like never doing that shit again, ever. But
Yeah, don't do
welcome,
that.
good morning, everyone. We got a beautiful week. We had a beautiful week of news this week, man. How y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little down, still in reference of those events in Texas. But despite all that, I'm in a fairly good mood this morning, man.
That's
I'm
good.
feeling blessed and highly flavored,
Hey, flavored and favorite. We out here. I'll take it.
blessed, highly favored and flavored, and I like Nick said, been out here. I've been out here at least for this is week 2 of going to the, not even going to the gym. Sometimes I just do at home workouts, sit ups, and stuff like that. But this is week 2 of eating healthy and working out.
Yeah.
Your body is a temple. You gotta stay healthy out here. You get healthy, you start feeling more energy, energized, more happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look different. You look different. Like I'm not gonna gas you up, be like, hey, lost 50 pounds, but your energy absolutely looks
I
different
definitely
today,
lost
and
like
I
10
love
pounds,
it.
so
Oh,
ooh,
see, that's what we talking about. You
we
love
hype
to
out
see it.
here.
Absolutely, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. My brothers have been annoying the absolute hell out of me this morning because people don't know shit about boxing. And there's a good fight. There's a major fight tonight, and I'm really excited for it. And then anywho, we got a nice big thickness of news today. We
Oh,
have. Let me go ahead and get myself together. We got PlayStation State of Play news coming up on June 2nd. Star Wars Jedi Survivor announcement. God of War and Horizon show coming to streaming. Xbox turnout opportunity to make exclusive Spider-Man game. Hunter x Hunter Greatness returns. And Stranger Things and Obi-Wan is here to stay and make sweet love, baby. And of course, we have a lineup of delicious news with Summer Game Pass. I mean, not Summer Game Pass. Summer Game
Summer Game
Fest.
Fest.
I'm sorry. Xbox showing and Bethesda showing coming up. We have a lot of streaming service coming up. And we can't forget one of the major last real fighting game tournaments of pure essence of the fighting game community. Combo Breakers this weekend.
Yeah, busy
So
time in gaming.
it's a beautiful, busy time in gaming, man. So where y'all want to start off today? Where y'all want to get juicy at?
I don't know, man. I think maybe we should just head down the list as ordered today. But if there's anything that anyone's itching to talk about, by all means, it's like let's go there first.
Okay, so since we PlayStation probably is gonna take a while, and I know the new trailer of Jedi Survivor was shown on the release of Obi-Wan. We can go ahead and speak on some delicious Hunter x Hunter news because that's a me topic, probably. That's a me
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. So I just want to kind of ask because my experience with this is there's like a random like picture of a graph or something, and then people were like, "Oh my God, Hunter x Hunter is back." Barry, what the hell is going on here? Like,
Yes,
what is the graph? Like, how do we know this is true? Break it down for us.
absolutely. So the creator of Hunter x Hunter, Yoshiro Togashi, has been on hiatus from writing any new chapters with Hunter x Hunter for the past few years. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been eons. And recently there was a picture of him showing that he's been working on the latest chapters. And right now I believe there has been confirmed 4 chapters that's been done, but I think there's up to 6 now. And the internet has gone crazy because it looks like it's been confirmed that we're going to go ahead and get on the Black Continent. The Dark Continent. I'm sorry.
So wait, so that's because I think there was like a 6 written on that graph. So is that what that's about?
Yes, that's showing the chapters that's been completed and what he's been working on. And I am super excited because I am a Hunter x Hunter fan. Even though it's not one of my top ones, it's one of those where I enjoy it. And hopefully it sticks around to wrap up and he doesn't go on another long hiatus. Just to let you guys know how hyped it was, man made his own, I believe, Twitter account, the actual creator, and it is his real Twitter account. He already was up to 1.2 million followers.
That's insane,
bro. That's wild for any creator like that.
Yes,
but that's when you know you're loved by the community, and it shows how a lot of these mangas that we used to love are coming back to greatness and showing these newcomers what it's all about. Bleach: The 1,000-Year War is coming back with their anime. That is good. So Razu, I think my biggest thing right now, hopefully, is Gon getting his Nen abilities back. That is probably my biggest hope right now that's gonna happen. There's a lot of things that actually won't happen in this arc. More action, more going around, and way less explanation of Nen.
Man, because they got like 2 episodes of them explaining Nen and man, I was like, bro, can we get back to the fighting arena?
What is Nen?
Nen is an ability. It's their powers.
Oh, so it's kind of like ki or chi or chakra.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Which is fine. Everyone has their own version of what magic powers is, so I'll take it. So what else? So with this, is that more or less what we have in regards of why we know it's coming back? Because from the sound of things, it sounds pretty legit. This
is a legit comeback. You don't have to worry about anything being fake. None of those fake rumors of Hunter x Hunter is finally coming back. Yay, super happy fun time.
Yeah, because I remember that was actually one of the bigger jokes that made its rounds on April Fools this year in particular. So I'm sure that must be a relief as a fan to see that despite the fact that some people fell for that on April 1st, here we are now and it's actually happening. So that's dope. Let's see here. Nen is a better power scaling system than other systems I've seen.
It's better explained, but I will say, I think the most balanced one I would have to say is Jujutsu Kaisen. I enjoy that power scaling a lot. I enjoy My Hero power scaling too. Bleach is really good. Excuse me. Hunter x Hunter is really up there. I could say it's top 10 as far as power scaling goes, power systems goes. I'm sorry, for sure. But in other news, as far as the manga goes, there's been cancellations for another popular manga that people are upset about. The latest chapter of One Punch Man happened, and that was delicious. That was lovely. And
keyword delicious.
You know what I'm saying? It was delicious. It was scrumptious. And then you had what else? Oh, Kaiju number 9. That was another good chapter that dropped. So, in the latest chapter of Dragon Ball Super dropped and actually made waves. So if you guys are in the manga, please read because mangas are great. They're amazing. They're awesome. Get the Shonen app, support these artists because they don't get paid nearly enough. And then, yeah. there's all
Now,
those delicious things.
I thought I seen on the Dragon Ball manga, wasn't it? I forget if that's this week, this month, or next month, or however it plays out for Dragon Ball in particular.
It's every
But I
month.
thought I saw that it's going to be Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta finally tag teaming up against well, I forget his name at this point. The new villain they're on, I think his name was Gas, right? I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what happened, and the panel for that was sick. I ain't gonna lie. Once that's
yeah,
animated,
I
it's gonna
saw
go.
some of them.
Yeah, it's actually that's gonna be gas. So
Pun intended, I assume.
so we're gonna get in Stranger Things, y'all. Patience, patience, patience.
Yeah, the people are clamoring for the Stranger Things.
Which I can't really get into talk about it just because Jazz wants to watch it together. So I haven't been able to watch it. But Obi-Wan is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
It definitely is.
so we can go ahead and move
Who cares
forward.
about Dragon Ball Z? Everybody care.
As
Yeah,
funny as
Dragon Ball
hell.
Z. Like the thing is, like, don't get me wrong. Like, is Dragon Ball Z the best anime ever? No, but when Dragon Ball Z comes out, we will all inevitably look. We will all inevitably want to know what's happening because we still have some type of attachment to the series, even if we're not clamoring to watch it every Saturday night. At some point in time, you're going to sit down. You're going to have nothing to do, but maybe fold some laundry, and you're going to go. I guess I'll see what Goku and the gang is up to, and that's okay.
Facts.
Just don't go around talking about how Goku can beat everybody because it's kind of a given fact to a certain extent. I think at this point,
Goku can't beat
Goku.
everybody.
I think so too. I think at this point, like it's part of just like Goku's thing. Like you can say, all right, Superman is as strong as he needs to be. Goku's thing is if you beat him, Zenkai boost, he's stronger and new transformation. And
Well,
now
well,
he can
well,
beat anyone.
well. In the latest chapter, well, if y'all read, Goku's daddy made a wish saying, basically, my son needs to get stronger every fight. There's no limitations to my son. So
But the crazy thing is he made that wish over his both of his kids, but Radix is still dead. Like
that's Raditz. We all know Goku was the sauce. We all know that Dragon Ball doesn't have great coherent writing. We know this.
right.
Raditz was the
Dragon Ball
redheaded.
is
Raditz
all
was-
for the fights.
I was like, Raditz was the redheaded stepchild.
He was the firstborn at that, so that's really bizarre.
He's the redheaded stepchild. So, in later news, because I want to go ahead and get into it, Sony State of Play was announced for June
Oh.
2nd, and it's the only time that you'll be able to see DadPad stream this live. Because after that, unfortunately, DadPad will be on vacation with his kiddos, going to a very fun land with his whole family, and me and Lady Gunner got to hold it down and stream y'all that goodness. So I'm gonna allow G20. Yeah. If y'all know, y'all know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Go ahead and take this one.
All right, so it's been 2 months since we've heard anything from PlayStation in regards of any type of like new announcements, any type of mainstream event. But on Friday, so yesterday, they came out and announced that they will be hosting a PlayStation State of Play focused on a couple interesting things here. Focused on third-party new game announcements and updates. Focused on PlayStation VR 2 games, so that's exciting. And that's it, which is also interesting. And the reason I say also interesting is because as PlayStation usually does pretty good on tempering expectations. Usually when they announce something, they're going to say, hey, this is going to be a couple indie games, a couple of our indie partners, and God of War is not going to be here. Horizon is not going to be here. The Last of Us 15 is not going to be here, nor is Uncharted. And for the last couple events, they have gone out of their way to say that, like, hey, these games aren't going to be there. Don't expect them. However, we will cover our indies and third parties, or this is going to be something about, I don't know, the weather mechanics in Ghost of Tsushima. Like, that's what they do. But with this one in particular, They again announced, third party games, third party announcements and updates, and PlayStation VR 2. They did not say that God of War is not going to be there. And I understand that that is grasping at straws, but when the last 4 to 5 events that they've called for, they've gone out of their way to say, hey, it's not going to be here. I think because we've seen before where they're like, all right, well, this is mainly for our third parties. And then at the end, they're like, all right, well, we brought one thing for you. So there is a possibility that either A, we'll probably get one big announcement from God of War, but third party games, just to kind of draw that there, that can be Street Fighter 6, that could be Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2, that could be Final Fantasy 16, that could be a lot of other games because there are lots of third party games that are noteworthy that are still PlayStation games, whether they're exclusive or whether they are multi-platform. So there's really a lot of stuff that we could see at this particular event, which makes things exciting. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking to see or hoping to see at this particular showcase?
God of War. That's it. There's nothing else that matters. God of War needs to drop. Elden Ring needs competition for Game of the Year. That's it. I mean that to me should be the meat and potatoes of the entire state of play, because there has been major cancellations when you look at the Xbox things, and that's another story I wanted to bring up. I totally spaced on that. There was a leak of what's going to be shown essentially at Xbox, which is something we are both excited for because Xbox should have been doing this from a long time ago. But to get back on Sony State of Play, yeah, to me it's God of War. It's a no-brainer. It's Sony's big hitter. I believe if I was Sony, if things are in line, things are running smooth as far as the development process, and there's no one missing a beat, I would say this should be slated for the holiday season, just to go heavy into that. And then with the new leaks as well, with the with the pro versions of the PS5 and the Xbox X and S, that can be kind of mentioned. Which is I'm iffy about, but at the same time I'm interested in well. But it's a good, I wouldn't say segue, but it's a good mentioning point, but not something to focus in on totally.
Yeah. So just to kind of shed light on what Perry is talking about when we talk about PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X and S updates as well. TCL, who is the Roku TV developer, they pretty much make all those Roku TVs that are insanely cheap but still have a solid picture quality. One of their higher ups says that we are expected to, in 2023, possibly 2024, get iterative updates, just like we got the Series X and the PS4 Pro. We're expected PS5 Pro and Xbox Series X and S X's, I guess. I don't know. Did you hear that? Xbox Series S and X X's, I guess. That's a tongue twister. I dare anyone to say that 5 times fast. I'll give you $1. So, I mean, with this being one of the largest TV manufacturers in the world at this point, that is kind of a viable statement that we should take heed of. But I don't know. I think if we do get an update on that, granted, they're talking about a 2023, 2024 update. I think that maybe this time next year would be the closest that we would get to a potential announcement there. But I do agree with you. I do think that God of War is going to be there simply for the fact that from what we've seen in the way that PlayStation has been doing things, we've gotten a teaser trailer, which is fine. We already know what God of War is. Hint, hint, clue, clue. And then with that as well, maybe about another month or two ago, we got our first view of gameplay and a little bit of a story clips. We saw Big Belly Thor. So I think it would make sense to have another trailer, maybe peeking into a little bit more narrative, a little bit more gameplay, and then followed up maybe even with that release window or date, if they do show it here or somewhere within Summer Games Fest. Because that's my thing. If it's not here at this PlayStation event that's supposed to be focused on third parties, I do think that we'll, at the very minimum, get it somewhere within Summer Games Fest season. But all in all, I think we'll get it, and then that'll actually follow up with a maybe about a month before the game comes out. We'll get like that traditional state of play, like what they did for Ghostwire, what they did for Ghost of Tsushima, and I mean essentially what they're doing for all of their big games now. We're kind of getting those 10-15 minute blowouts where they're like, hey, you know what this game is, now let's show you exactly what it is and what that gameplay loop looks like. So I think we'll get there. Now, Lady Gunner, what are you hoping to see at this event that is not Final Fantasy related?
The state of play event.
Yes.
You know me. I'm about to get me
Yes.
an N7 tattoo. If you know what N7 is, let me know and I will send you $5. But I'm not even gonna say the name. I'm looking for the N7 series. Basically, it's gonna be the 5th game installment because the last game was trash. And it's, if you want, you can get the Legendary Edition 1, 2, and 3. I'm not gonna say the name because if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of this game.
No, say it
But
because I like the way you say it.
then everybody gonna get a free $8. Anyway, Mass Effect
Hey,
Mass
I just
Effect
like
5.
I
They
just
said
love
it's
how
in the
hard
works.
she stretches that E.
Because
Mass
it's an
Effect.
E right. You got an emphasis.
It's
Mass
it's
Effect.
almost like Massy and then Fect. Mass Effect. I
Mass
love it.
Effect. But
I
I'm so
love it.
excited. It's not confirmed, but they said it's in the works. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to come out to 2024, 25. Got to put some years on it. But I think hopefully they announce that on their state of play. And Dragon Age 4. Dragon Age 4 has been whispers. Because Inquisition was good, but it wasn't better than Dragon Age 3 and 2.
Absolutely not.
But so
Let me see here.
hopefully these 2 big games is what I'm most excited for. I've seen others, but Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Mass
Yeah.
Effect and Dragon Age.
And I think, and I heard that they're actually in active development on Dragon Age, so that is very much a possibility from what I understand. Mass Effect as well. I know we got like a teaser trailer like a year or two ago, so I mean it could be time to see something like that. Now, as I'm looking at the Summer Games Fest calendars thus far, we've got the second for State of Play, then we have Summer Games Fest Day of the Devs on the 9th. We've got Netflix Geek Week Games, Tribeca Game Showcase on the 10th as well. And then we've got the showcase for Xbox and Bethesda on the 12th. We got to assume that EA is going to do something, whether they're going to like do it during the season or whether they're going to like shove it into Summer's Game Fest.
Because you know you got to get the shit show out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna do their meeting, and it's gonna be like 45 minutes long, and 20 minutes of that, maybe 30 minutes of that, is gonna focus on the stuff we don't care about, the FIFA, the Madden. Maybe if they got college NCAA back in just yet. Maybe
that's how you get my attention.
Yeah, that's what you do. But then there'll also be that last 15 minutes where we might actually see some type of gameplay from Jedi, Survivor, which we'll talk a little bit about here in a little bit. We'll hopefully see some type of update from the Mass Effect world and so on and so forth.
But I mean,
I would say if we,
are you talking about?
I'm sorry, but
you talking about games that's supposed to be shown at Games Fest now?
More or less, because I do think that there is a high possibility, like just based on timeline, that we could see something from both Dragon Age and from Mass Effect, just because they're both pretty much confirmed to be in the works already. I don't honestly think they'll be at the PlayStation showcase just because those games have honestly been like more marketed and more intertwined with the Xbox side of things. So I would imagine maybe at the Xbox showcase or maybe somewhere sprinkled in between Summer Games Fest, unless EA does make an announcement, because we haven't heard anything about their plans just yet, have we?
Not essentially, not yet from anything I've seen, but we do have, talking about games that's possibly going to be seen, we do have leaks that's supposed to be there as far as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Just for some major ones, Redfall,
Yeah.
Diablo 4, Forza Motorsports, Contraband, Grounded, Starfield, and they're saying Starfield has gameplay and a launch date. Hellblade 2 with trailer and launch date. Halo: The Endless teaser. Gears of War Collection trailer and launch date. We have a Quake reboot teaser and Indiana Jones. And a few other ones that I find interesting is Ubisoft Plus on Game Pass. Fallout 76 update. I don't know why. Cuphead DLC trailer, launch trailer. And then GoldenEye is a possibility seen. Perfect Dark CGI is going to be shown. And those are just rumors as of right now.
Yeah.
To say they're 100% going to be there, I'm not going to put my name on the line for that. But these leaks have been shown everywhere, so it's a possibility.
Yeah, and like to me, go ahead, Lady Gunner.
I about to say one game that came out along Starfield during the E3 trailer in like 2018 was Elder Scrolls 6.
That's not being shown no time soon.
Yeah, they said that they are still only like in pre-planning on that game. So I would imagine that we wouldn't even see what that game actually looks like until maybe a year after Starfield, is my guess. But as far as that list goes, like to me, it is a very reasonable list, and I think the games that are on that list should absolutely be there, just because of the timeline of like when most of these games have been announced. Like, I mean, hey, Stu, motherfucker, your rent's due. You know, like it's time for these games to actually pull up and like do something. And a lot of those games are.
You said that.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have time to deliver it with precision, Perry. Would you like to take a moment?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah, but love it. But anyway,
you have to do more black movies justice.
Absolutely, but regardless, I would hope that everyone here is cultured enough to at least understand that reference, unless you're too young to.
Unless my wife is not.
Oh, that's all right. Wives aren't perfect creatures. They are very amazing though. But nonetheless, it's one of those things that we have to understand that this is a list that gives off energy of, hey, my uncle works at E3 and this is what he told me. And then he put a bunch of stuff there that we know is going to come. But because it's a bunch of stuff that makes sense to come, I think that's why this list is getting so much steam. Because with a lot of what's on that list, it's hard to be wrong. Because, I mean, at this point, it's been all but confirmed. We're going to see Starfield. We're going to see probably something from Redfall. We have to see Avowed because we've not seen that game in almost 3 years, and it was announced, I think, alongside the Xbox. Like, that's when they unveiled next gen footage of Valhalla at that Xbox event. So it's absolutely positively time to see a lot of these games. I just hope that they deliver, like, regardless of how much baloney I think that list is, and it's like kind of like a no-brainer. I really hope that it's right, whether it's a confirmed leak or not, because like it's really, and I think this a couple weeks ago, it's time for Xbox to shine, because there's only so long you can delay all these games before these games are lined up in a way where they're coming out every couple months, right?
Yeah. And follow through with these dates and everything. So I'm excited, man. Like this, we have, after this weekend, we have nothing but bangers for a few weeks. Just hit after hit after hit. We have a lot of things lined up, and I'm really excited to see what's produced from this. Really happy to see some gameplay. And I'm just excited because we're back into some delicious gaming news. And
I'm gonna
speaking
make you
of
a shirt that says delicious.
Delicious.
delicious,
Delicious news.
delicious. So I mean, talking about beautiful trailers and things like that that's going to be shown. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
You were right when you said delicious, because
Delicious.
Lord, yeah.
All I'm
Delicious.
gonna say is the trailer was nice. I just didn't understand what was going on.
It's cool. It's all right. It's okay, Lady
Yeah.
Gunner.
Like the
So
trailer was nice. I give it like a 7 out of 10 because it was just if you leave, who's gonna follow? If
If
you fight, like I was just like,
if you knew
what?
the Star Wars landscape, you would have been like, "Ooh, talk to
yeah,
me, talk
because
to me
that's what's
nice."
exciting to me. Like this trailer insinuates that our boy Kyle Kestis as may dip into the dark side a little bit, and I think that's really kind of interesting. Because I mean, what the last time that we got a that type of gameplay where we're dipping into the dark side was what the Unleashed, and then before that I think Knights of the Old Republic, which both of those games are more or less like written off as non-canonical at this point. So if anything, it's exciting to know that we have a game that is set in Star Wars canon with a Jedi who, because and I was just talking to Four Eyes about this, and shout out to Four Eyes, he's awesome. Definitely check him out, black content creator as well. About how the biggest problem with Jedi Fallen Order is that the gameplay and the combat is great, but it doesn't really become great until 15-20 hours in, once you start to really get into the skill tree. And then by that point the game is over, and then at that point, if you want to do a new game plus, you actually start with none of your abilities. So granted, this is a game with a Cal Kestis that has all his abilities, and I'm hoping that there's no trope of, oh, you forgot everything, start at the bottom of the skill tree. It should be really fun to kind of start off as a full-blown Jedi and see where that takes this game.
Y'all do know who the big bad guy is, right? Supposedly.
No, I do not.
Oh, Morbius. Morbius, and he has a classic line in the thing. It's Morbin time.
I hate you, but hey, it was in due time that you pulled up with a dad joke. So
Oh, dude, I'm super excited because I love the Sith. The Sith are way more interesting than any Jedi ever. Argue with your mama bald headed panties, because the Sith are very methodical creatures that sit there and do not make any moves unless it's absolutely necessary. And if you know anything about the Star Wars universe, the Sith have yet made a major calculated move. Even though things have been done, as far as the war versus the Sith and Jedi, there has not been one move that's been made. And
just Order 66.
Yeah, bro, there's not been one move that's been made. And if you know anything of the Sith, there's only 2 allowed at one time. Really 1. But it's called the power of 2. You must have one with the power, and then you must have one that yearns for the power to become the Sith Lord. And you train your Sith essentially to basically try to kill you. And if you are killed while you're the Sith, that means you have become weak. You are weak. You are no longer right to be called yourself the Sith. But until then, the one that you are training must yearn for your power enough to try to take you over. And that was I can't remember his name. There's a lot
Lady
of
Gunner's just feeling herself. You see how she just keep switching sides? She's like, "Which side of my cuter on?"
No, I'm listening to him. Like you want to train somebody to kill you to become stronger. That's not me. I want to be strong, but I also want a peaceful life. Like I want to have a peaceful and be like, I'm going to train you.
No, the Sith out here letting you know, because I mean, do you understand how powerful one Sith Lord is?
Yeah.
They make battalions tremble with a single name. One Sith Lord was able to basically deprive an entire planet of its entire life force by itself within seconds.
The Sith sound depressed. I'm not training nobody to kill me. I'm not training nobody to kill me. What?
So what makes, and I know this is like a bit of a drift off from the actual game announcement, but but in my opinion, it's still relevant because it looks like our boy Callaghan might be dipping into the dark side. But what's most interesting about the dark side versus the Jedi is, and it's almost like that Destiny effect where they are essentially just like, all right, well, cool, we got these powers. There's only certain things we're going to do with them. We're going to move stuff with our minds. We might, pull a quick Jedi mind trick, usually an innocent one, and we'll use it in order to move our bodies. That is it. That is all. Versus on the dark side, it's like, hey, you guys know this does other stuff, right? Like, I get what you're using it for,
sort of, because there are basically two Bibles in there. Well, three if you're counting the gray, the gray.
Well, but the gray doesn't necessarily work off of a moral code. He's just like, hey, there are two sides to this, and we can make each side one side and use it. Yeah,
they do work off of code though. But I can't have this talk with you because I will nerd out, and this show will be 8 hours long. So I'm not going to go any further because there. If you look at each their own personal word that they follow, they go back and forth. Because the the Sith are essentially the Chia in a way of how they do things and how they see things, and how they maneuver. The Jedi have done more harm in the ways of things of growth than the actual Sith have. Jedi get in their own way all the time. They continuously get in their own way all the time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and what a lot of that comes from is the fact that it's almost like a vibe of being like pompous and like just like self glorifying, because when you see it, it's like, all right, I got a vision that that my girlfriend is gonna die. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the dark side because the dark side can help me to stop her from dying. And then what actually kills her? The stress of you going to the dark side. And then here we go again with my boy Luke Skywalker in the newest trilogy. It's like, oh man, I had a nightmare that Kylo Ren goes to the dark side. Maybe I should kill him so he doesn't go. And what actually makes him go to the dark side? The fact that Luke tried to kill him. So, and I mean, and they continue to create those issues because I think the biggest issue with the Jedi is they have a God complex. And because they see things and they're aware of things, they fall victim to that God complex, and they start to do things to change the will of the Force. And ultimately, they end up seeing it out. Which clearly, if it was the will of the Force and the Force was only a thing for good, the Force wouldn't actively show you things that lead you in a direction that cause people to go to the dark side. But we can talk about this stuff all day.
Yeah, because I'm a bring you into the way of the Force, G, and allow
you to bring you to the dark side.
No, he knows better than to come on this side, because only those of the will of understanding what the dark side is may sit here, and G is not the type to go past that. He is not that individual, because I'm telling you, once you learn the Sith throughout the centuries of these individuals, you'll be like, wow, terrifying individuals, terrifying, world-bending individuals. But I mean, the Mandalorians are way more interesting than the Jedis. I mean, outside of the Skywalkers, who else, and fucking Yoda, who else do you care for? Exactly.
Yep.
You don't.
I'm excited for Baby Yoda. I want to see what the hell he has going on.
God, his name is not Baby Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda. Okay.
I was say the world adopted that man as Baby Yoda. It's Baby Yoda.
It's
You
Baby Yoda.
you yelling at a brick wall right now.
Right.
You want Baby Yoda.
Once Baby Yoda does something to establish himself as anything other than Baby Yoda, we will call him by his name.
Master Yoda, but to now.
But for now, it is just Baby Yoda until he does
make
stuff.
me sick.
I saw a
We don't
clip
make you sick.
of the Mandalorian and what's the name in the ship, and Baby Yoda hit the little switch and the ship started shaking and stuff, and he moved it over, and then he just looked and was like,
Yeah, I did that. My bad. Yeah, man, it's Baby Yoda. Like, you gotta love Baby.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you can see in first season where they're like, all right, well, Mando's just gonna watch this thing and he's gonna try to deliver this thing, and it's gonna do some stuff and it's gonna make you giggle, but it's it's just a thing. And then when season 2 came around, they're like, Baby Yoda show, and he's just doing so much more. Like, you gotta love Baby Yoda. He makes the Star Wars, the world of Star Wars go round. Okay,
You are sick to think that, sir. You have no history of the world of the Mandalorian. You make me sick. I will not have this
Baby Yoda.
Because we
You
all
know
said
what?
Baby
You know
Yoda
what?
out
I
here.
will not. I will
Baby
no longer,
Yoda
I will no longer speak
makes
to
the
you.
world of Star Wars goes
I
round.
will not talk to you casuals about this any longer. We are moving forward.
Baby Yoda makes the world of Star Wars go
I'm
round.
gonna send you a shirt that says Baby Yoda.
I promise you. I wish I
I'm
had.
gonna
I wish
get
I could
Baby
force-
Yoda tattooed right here. Okay.
I wish I had. I wish
Baby
I had
Yoda.
the force choke. I will fucking murder
Oh,
that right now.
that's crazy.
But you know what? Baby Yoda's force is stronger than yours. He would stop you.
No,
Yep.
oh my God! Do you? No, Nick. We are going to move forward because if I go any further, I'm going to get angry. I'm going to be upset.
Baby Yoda for president.
Yep, you're absolutely sure. I don't even care. I don't even care.
Hold it down, Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Oh,
I will end this stream now.
did he just hit us with the "I'll turn this car around right now"?
He definitely did, Baby Yoda.
Y'all think I'm playing? I am part
I'm
of the dark
finna
side. I
I'm
will
finna be
end
like
you
at
both.
Nick/Baby
I will
Yoda.
mute
I will
you.
call you Baby Yoda.
I will
You gonna
mute
mute
you.
us?
I will mute you, and I will have this show by
Hey.
myself.
Coco is in the chat with the Spider-Man
With the
twerking,
Spidey,
twerking something for
Spidey.
right, twerking something for Baby Yoda. You know what I'm saying?
Spidey snacks out here getting thrown around.
Oh my
Okay.
God. I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah,
Fucking
I mean it's all good. Why do you think Lady Gunner came in here with the green screen without like a background effect today? It's in honor of Baby Yoda, baby. What do you? Come on now,
You
we
see
out
this
here.
green shirt, green background, Baby Yoda vibes. That's
Big
how I'm gonna paint my
facts.
face green.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. But again, Jedi Survivor is on its way, and that was announced for 2023. Which is exciting. The rumor for it when it was initially announced, through rumor at least, is that it was going to be a late 2022 game. So maybe that means that this is going to be Q1. But hopefully we get some gameplay along with that cinematic trailer that we just got yesterday.
T. Will said this is a stretchy power argument all over again.
I know, but it's the opposite though, because now I'm the one. I'm all for Baby Yoda. You know, this is Perry being the hateful one. Perry, can I ask you a question?
He
Like
said,
a serious
"Get that
question?
Baby Yoda out of here."
I wish I can force choke the shit out of you.
Why do you hate cute cuddly things?
It's not about the cute cuddly things. You need to know your history. You Star Wars fucking casuals. Can we move forward, please?
No, you didn't answer the question. Why do you hate
would
cute
take
cuddly
that hard
things?
I
Casual
don't
with
hate
heart.
the little green man. He's not
Are
even
you
a
sure?
fucking child. He's centuries old.
Still
God.
Baby Yoda.
You
He can
sound
be
you
a centuries
sound
old, baby.
right. You sound a little angry, Perry. Like
I'm about to mute
don't
you.
be-
You keep you
don't
say
be
Baby
angry with
Yoda
the
one more
baby.
time, you will be muted.
Baby Yoda.
Everybody say Baby Yoda in the chat.
Because I run this show now, everyone has been muted. Yeah, you can't hear them, can you? They're muted. Ha 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 ha. I run this. I'm going to unmute them now.
Baby Yoda.
Okay, he's back muted again. So, anywho, back to the beautifulness of this show. God of War Horizon shows are coming to streams. How do you guys feel about? Well, Lady Gunner, how do you feel about that? And if you say anything about Baby Yoda, your ass is muted.
You can't mute my text messages. That's all I gotta say. But anyway,
I will block everyone.
I'm excited for God of War. I feel like that's gonna be more like that's more action, more in depth. Horizon, I feel like gonna start off like super slow because it's more about like robots and like the Earth is dying, like But I feel like they put some more like in depth like betrayal and backstabbing in there. It'll make it more interesting. But I feel like God of War gonna basically top Horizon. Like God of War gonna outshine like The Witcher. I don't know if God of War gonna beat The Witcher on Netflix, but I feel like it's definitely gonna outshine Horizon.
Yeah. So, I'm unmuted. Hey guys. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think that when you look at these shows for what they are, um, when you look at television, especially like Greek gods and maybe even eventually Norse mythology, like those are already very very popular things in the world of television. I want to say, if I remember right, they said that Amazon would be getting God of War and that Netflix would be getting Horizon.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so Netflix with Horizon is a little concerning. Um, I think that Horizon could work, but what I would like to see with Horizon is not necessarily like a story about what happens with Aloy, but it'd be very interesting if we got something along the lines of what actually happened to destroy Earth, that led into the actions of Horizon Zero Dawn, the game. Hopefully we get something like that. I don't know, but I just think it would be a bit more difficult and a lot less meaningful to follow Aloy on another adventure that's the same adventure without the traversal of the world and the scary Thunderjaw battles and so on and so forth. But we'll have to wait and see. But definitely on God of War, I think that is a show who already more or less kind of has an audience cut out for it because people already eat that shit up. Egyptian gods, Greek gods, Norse mythology, all of that stuff. So if we can get that show to just be in the proper tone, we could, essentially get that to go all the way through the original God of War games through to the most current ones, in a meaningful way. But at the same time, I don't know. But I guess Amazon has been hitting out of the park when you look at stuff like Invincible, when you look at stuff like want to say Jack Reacher was actually really good. And then also The Boys is really really good. So maybe they'll have the sauce and they'll deliver and give us another classic here. What do you think, Perry? Perry? Is he mad at us?
No, I muted myself because I was typing. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that man. Have y'all heard his keyboard, Perry? Can you demonstrate the sound of your keyboard?
Man, he be beating that keyboard.
Well, I
that
type
keyboard
at
be help.
I type at 85 words per minute, so like I don't slow down. So
That's fine. Give people the sound of your keyboard,
A
please.
keyboard is being used and abused and taking it very
Can
good.
I give my fucking take
No,
on
we
God
want
of
to
War?
hear the keyboard. Where the keyboard?
Keyboard.
I'm
Come
dealing
on.
with children today. Are you happy now?
Y'all hear that? It be
Keyboard
slapping.
is taking it. Mm-hmm.
It's like keyboard click twice if you're being abused.
Hate you both.
All right, let's go ahead. How do you feel about Horizon on Netflix and God of War on Amazon? And also, side note, this is pretty random. I don't know if we got a confirmation for where this show is supposed to go, but they also said that there's a Gran Turismo show in development too.
Lame.
And that one's that one's actually supposed to be a movie, correction. But I don't know. But Perry, again, what are your thoughts?
Before I give my thoughts, Ham, these two sick individuals do not understand the world of Star Wars and they're casuals. So teach them. So anywho, about God of War and Horizon, I'm kind of, I don't know, because from what I've seen, unfortunately, there has not been a good reception for Horizon with a lot of videos being done and as reviews on YouTube. Just because a lot of people are saying it's not my take. This is just what I've seen. It's boring. It's not following through and things of that nature, which is kind of disheartening. Because it's a phenomenal fluid game. It looks great. I'm still going through the story. So turn it into a show. I will need to see how they will go off of that. Maybe pre World Devastation will probably be interesting on how we got there fully, where we got more connection of like Aloy's basic mommy and things of that nature. God of War, it's just Thor but with more death. So I don't mind more Greek mythology. I'm a fan of it. It's awesome. Never said that. He's just not the vocal point. Don't lie.
No, you said that he wasn't adorable.
I didn't say
Lady
that.
Gunner, Lady Gunner, didn't he say that Baby Yoda was not adorable?
He's not a baby because he's centuries years old. It's a baby Yoda.
Right.
We don't
So
care.
he tried to call him an old man, right?
It's a baby Yoda.
It's a baby and it's adorable and it's a Yoda, okay?
Oh my God, the show is about the Mandalorian, not. Oh my.
Baby Yoda.
Look, Cam, look, he's demonstrating his hate for cute little green things again.
Oh God, we
Okay.
got Jordan on this. I mean, Gorgru ain't Yoda, so we call Jordan is baby
Thank
Yoda.
you,
We don't care.
Jordan. That's how the conversation started.
No, him.
Okay. No.
Him is
So understand.
baby Yoda.
He is Baby Yoda until he does something to prove that he is not Yoda, okay? He is in Yoda's
Until he
shadow.
talks
Why?
or
Because he's a
anything,
baby
yeah.
Yoda. Until he can say, nah, bruh, I'm not Yoda. This is why I'm different. He's Baby Yoda, okay? Because guess
Let the
what?
church say amen.
Guess what? If tomorrow you guys just saw me out and about and you saw me with my legion of 5011 kids, y'all wouldn't say, oh, hi, Brayden and Kai and Lennox and James and Nipsey and,
Yeah, go
and
say
Cora.
Baby
Yeah,
Greg.
you're gonna be like, look at all those baby Gregs, all those little Gregs. So you know what I say to you, baby fucking Yoda.
You are
okay?
a lie because I'm not speaking to none of them but little Linux. It's it. Oh yeah, Kyle.
And that's fine.
Because I love
But
Kyle.
you're initiated. But for the uninitiated, that's what they're going to be like. Oh, look at all
Exactly.
those little
You are
friends.
uninitiated. You said it yourself. You uninitiated casual fool.
So this is the thing. We're all uninitiated because we really still don't know much of anything about Baby Yoda, and that's why he's Baby
my
Yoda.
God.
Okay.
He been as
Baby
bad.
Yoda. Okay. Can y'all just say it with me? Baby Yoda, okay? It's 4 syllables. It ain't that hard to spell. It's what? 8 letters. BABYYODA. Did you say you type at 80 words a second? Type it in.
What?
Baby Yoda.
The Mandalorian.
Right. Like, did she just BABYYODA? This right
This
here's
goes out to all the baby
Yoda. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
I'm about to leave this show.
Oh snap!
You can't leave us, and you absolutely can't leave us to go over to the gamepad. Okay, you're stuck with us for life.
We just gonna
Okay?
follow you into the gamepad.
Right. Baby Yoda, obviously. I mean, technically, we all know his name and his force possibilities. Yes, and why do we know his force possibilities? Because of Big Yoda.
Oh my God, Jordan, can I please come to y'all show now because I am putting in my 2 weeks. I quit.
I rest my case.
I
If
quit.
everyone is quiet enough, you can actually hear my case snoring in the background.
Oh my Jesus. Anywho, Xbox turned down the opportunity to make exclusive Spider-Man game. How do you feel about that, Gregory?
All right, so I guess we'll start off with a little background. What happened? So first and foremost, two people got together. And they decided, well, no, it was an organization. So Disney got together a few years back and decided to make some radical changes. They decided that video game development was not for them. They kind of understood after attempting to develop their own games for a certain amount of years that they were not really skilled enough to deliver on their catastrophically notarized and and infamous and famous IPs. So they figured that they could go and get other people that are more experienced in the field of video games to do it. So what did they do? They shut down their studios. They got rid of a bunch of games like Disney Infinity. They got rid of a couple other games that they had created. Couple projects from Star Wars that were in production. Everything got shut down. And what they started to do is they started to license out their games by hiring experienced developers to create those titles. Before Sony was approached, Disney and Marvel actually approached Xbox and said, "Hey, it's us. We want to make a Marvel game. We're thinking Spider-Man, but we want to make a Marvel game and we want you guys to make it." And you know what Xbox said? Xbox said, "License game? I don't know. Right now we want to focus on our own original IP." Which is bizarre because they said that, and then in the next 2 years they went out of their way to buy a bunch of studios that made games that weren't their own original IPs. But whatever. But anyway, out of that, they end up turning down that agreement. So from there, they reach out to PlayStation, and they're like, "Yo, we want to make a game. We want it to be a Marvel game. We think we want it to be Spider-Man. How do you guys feel?" And from there, Sony's like, "Yeah, of course it's going to be Spider-Man because we already own the movie rights, and Sony is synonymous with Spider-Man anyway. So we have the perfect team." Thus, Insomniac Studios, who is now purchased, at the time they were a second-party developer for Sony, were elected to make the Spider-Man game, and the Spider-Man game came to be as we know it. And this is an interesting story because where Xbox has missed an opportunity on one of the biggest licensed video games in video game history, we also continue to see that Xbox makes things difficult for themselves when it comes to managing their games and managing their developers. So, like Perry, I know this is probably more of a you question because I know Lady Gunner be like, whatever, Spider-Man on PlayStation, I'm playing it. Like, so, like, where does this like leave you in terms of like Xbox and kind of like where they are in sense of their stable of games and IP and so on?
With this in particular story, it is a huge missed opportunity, and they didn't pay attention to the impactfulness of what Spider-Man can actually bring to the table. It was just not someone paying attention. I want to say paying attention to the now. Someone not knowing their history, and it shows in a lot of. How can I say this? Xbox focuses more not on the individuality of what games bring for themselves, but how Xbox went into the focus of games as a service. Now, individually, Spider-Man is a powerhouse itself. There's no denying that. Regardless on games being great or bad, shows here or there, Spider-Man is going to be a powerhouse itself. I believe Xbox at the time was focusing more on game as a service type deal, and they couldn't see how Spider-Man could actually be beneficial to that, especially with the IPs that they had at the time, which were their focus on Halo. Again, I've seen too many stories on how Xbox mishandles their IPs. There's game studios and things of that nature. So, missed opportunity for them, bullet dodge for the other side.
Yeah, I can see that.
For sure. Because the way the reception has been done with Sony and Spider-Man has been, oh, y'all did that? Here's your red carpet. Make me more money. Do what you want. Essentially is what they did. So
yeah,
that's my take. I'm getting tired, unfortunately. Like it's become tiresome to. It's like punishing a child that just don't want to learn. I'm tired of speaking ill will on
Damn,
Xbox.
that's deep.
Like it's
That's
like
deep.
me talking down on you or this, that, and the third, me spanking you behind. You ain't learning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to learn your lesson. You wanna go your own route all the time. That's fine. I just want you to be the best person that you can at this point. If these are the decisions that you're gonna make the best of them. Make something become fruitful from the decisions that you make. You have Game Pass. Again, great idea. Phenomenal idea. Great for gaming. That's all I got for you, Playboy.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's my thing because, like, overall, like when you look at it, like the timeline just doesn't make sense because what we got Spider-Man in 2018, so that means that they would have had to approach them and like, which does make sense, like around like 2014, 2015, and at this point, this was a point where Xbox did not have any games, like, and it's like you're turning down the opportunity to make a Marvel game, like at a time when you don't have any games. Like, can we? Like, I'm gonna Google it here because I'm just curious. Now, granted, you know, I am not a video game historian Bible, but I'm just curious to see what big Xbox games came out in 2015. Let's see, 2015. All right, so we got State of Decay.
Yeah.
We got Witcher. We got Arkham Knight. Like, so a lot of these games are third-party games. Now, there doesn't look to be much in the way of, and I'm just kind of going through Resident Evil Remake, Evolve.
Exclusives.
Yeah.
Exclusive Playboy. Exclusive.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything except for State of K Year One edition.
Do the following year. They clearly was just having a slow year.
Halo 5 Guardians came out that year.
That was trash.
Quantum Break was around this time. Rise of the Tomb Raider was around this time, which is completely wild. They said that they were focused on their own IP at that time, and I remember they actually bought the exclusive rights for a year to Rise of the Tomb Raider, which actually significantly impacted the numbers that game did. Yeah, like, and I'll go for 2016 and see what we got there. But like, this points to an idea again, and I think this was around the time that Phil Spencer maybe had just got in to Xbox.
If that's when Phil wasn't there, then Phil has shown that if it makes any type of sense, he's gonna make that move. Phil's a good guy. I like Phil.
You know what? I do want to tip my hat to Phil Spencer because something that I thought was super fucking dope. A couple weeks ago, they approached him about because I don't know if anybody saw, but one team in Activision Blizzard, I think it was a team of QA testers in particular, so a small team of like 18 people, but accomplishment nonetheless. They are the first organization to unionize within a large gaming studio, like one of the premier gaming studios of the world. And it was super interesting because within the last week or two, Phil Spencer was doing an interview and he was asked that question. And when he was asked, hey, like, what are you going to do about the union? Are you okay? What's your plan? Are you going to respect this? Are you going to review it? In that interview, he did not pussyfoot around. He didn't like try to take a shot in the dark. He said, I don't know enough to tell you anything about that just yet. He then, a couple weeks later, follows up on his own accord and makes a statement that says, hey, like over here at our Xbox Microsoft team, the company has done all it can to educate me on unions and what that means for the company, both the disadvantages and the advantages. We respect our employees, we support their vision, and understand that they are unionizing for their own protection, and we will support that union. Like, you have to give some type of respect, because they're like you look at a lot of these big companies, these corporations, even a lot of these like, and I don't mean to get political, but even a lot of these politicians, so often they pretend like they have all the answers. You ask them a question, and then they give you a long drawn out answer that has nothing to do with the actual question. This simply said, man, I don't know. I'll let you know, and then follows up on his own in a couple weeks without being asked again. So definitely shout out to Phil Spencer, because he I think he's a really good guy, and he tries his best to to deliver in the most humanly way possible. So kudos to him. Anything else on Xbox and their passing on the Xbox exclusive Spider-Man game?
Nah, I'm pretty much just like, I can't dwell on what could have been.
Yeah,
I can't dwell on that. I'm here in the now. Xbox missed opportunity. They capitalized in other ventures. Hopefully, will come fruitful. Spider-Man clearly did its thing. Spider-Man gave us Miles Morales. That story gave us Wolverine.
Yeah. And by the way, something I do want to put out there. Cool. But something I do want to put out there. Xbox Game Pass is still working on a TV dongle. So just something to put out there. It's supposed to work like an Amazon Fire Stick. You plug it into your USB to your HDMI drive, link it to the internet, and go. So just want to throw that out there, that they're doing some interesting things, and if that thing takes off, it's going to destroy console gaming as we know it. So be ready for that. Be ready for that. What else we got on the docket, Perry?
So one of the last stories that we have today, well, two. I don't want to go into too much details because unfortunately I have not watched one, but we have Stranger Things and Obi-Wan here, and I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm in a good place.
Stranger Things got me pumped.
Obi-Wan got me happy because I did not know my man. I didn't know my man's did something that was like, Obi-Wan, did you really? You went away from the Force?
So let's start off with let's get Stranger Things out the way first. I know, Perry, you said you haven't gotten the chance to watch it yet because you're waiting on the missus.
Yes.
Definitely understand that. I would be like 4 episodes in right now if I was not waiting on my missus and my oldest son, who went to his dad's house for the weekend, knowing it was Stranger Things weekend. Oh my God. Like, who goes to work on Stranger Things weekend? Who goes away from the family on Stranger Things weekend? My people do. That's who. Anyway, hey, Bray. But anyway, how far did you get in, Lady Gunner?
I'm only on season 2. I think 11 had got like kidnapped, and they end up finding, I forgot what that girl name was, but she died in the pool, I guess. So it left off in them.
So
in,
you're
like,
catching
snow
up.
area. Yeah, they left off in the snow area, and I think she's living with the cop guy, the sheriff or somebody.
Yeah, my guy Hopper.
Yeah, capture her with some waffles. I said, ain't no way. But that's where I'm at. That's where I left off. It's like season 2, episode 2, maybe.
Yeah, okay. So you're in there, so you're catching up. Now, are you watching these pretty slowly, or are you kind of binging and burning your way through?
Slowly, because I've been binging and burning my way through One Piece. I'm on episode 90, episode 95, 4.
You want to hear something demoralizing?
What?
You've got like 940 episodes to go, sis.
I'm going to get there. I got to 90 episodes in 2 weeks. So another 2 weeks, I hit the double digits.
Yeah, that's
People
not
did
bad though. So stay strong. Are you watching? And I'm just curious, are you like watching every episode, or do you have one of those nifty filler lists to kind of sift
I
through it
got the
all?
filler list. I screenshotted it, but I've been kind of like I just watch it. And if it gets too slow, I like speed up like 20 seconds. Still too slow, another 20 seconds.
Are you talking about Piece of One?
Yes.
Yes, One
Yeah.
Piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, so what? Where are you at? What arc are you in?
She's about 90 episodes in.
I'm in the arc where he just found his brother Ace, and they working with they trying to get Vivi to Alabaster Kingdom.
Okay, he was in Okay, you're in the Alabasta arc. So
Yeah.
you're. Has Luffy fought? Luffy hasn't fought Crocodile yet, has he?
No, but I think they're getting close.
Okay, so after so oh man, I think the Fishman arc is no.
Yeah, I already finished the Fishman arc. That's Nami's like
Nami, so
backstory.
yep. So then
That
you
story's gonna
have.
make me cry with her. What was that? Bellamere, her story when he just shot her. I was in there crying
Yeah.
a little bit. I was like, boy, ain't no way. She's like, I can't disown them as my daughters, and then got killed. I was like, not One Piece being sad. I just met Chopper and his backstory
Chopper,
with his
okay. With
doctor.
Doctor. That was a beautiful
Yeah,
story.
man.
You got Sanji as well. So yeah, you're pretty good. This one, I like Alabasta. Crocodiles is a really good villain. That fight's nice. You start to see a trend. Luffy ain't one of those main characters that's just gonna walk in and get the dub like every time.
I see that because when they was fighting the wax man at that one island, and like I was like, boy, Luffy supposed to come in here and save the team, bro. He Usopp ended up saving them low key. I was like, man, because they was finna get suffocated in wax like alive. Usopp ended up like tailing the duck to run around here with this, and the lady was slowly crushing him with like 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds, a ton, da da da. And I was like, well, Luffy, he over there telling me something. This tea is really good. I was like, bruh. I'm over here thinking like, he gonna say today, Captain, save, trying not to cuss, Captain Hero,
Yeah, Captain Saber, bro. There we
Captain
go.
Saver, bro. There we
This
go.
Captain Saver, bro. That's funny.
Yeah. I'll be quick with those. But yeah, all in all, One Piece, go watch it. Stranger Things season 4 is out. I'm not gonna say too much, knowing that that Lady Gunner is catching up. Perry, you haven't started yet. I've only seen the first episode, but what I will tell you, especially for you, Lady Gunner, because you've not like you're
You're a baby.
just you're a baby out here. Season 3 is a change where season 3 of Stranger Things kind of works like it does when you get to the teenage years of Harry Potter, where things get really dark really fast.
That's what I was watching too. I'm on book 4, I think.
Yeah,
Harry
which is around the time that those Harry Potter movies get dark, and it's the same with Stranger Things, because season 4 episode 1, by the end of the episode, I was like, whoa, I never expected that this show would actually end up like this, and by the end of that first episode, like, it is nothing short of grueling what you see. So definitely stick with it. Now, unless we had any other, highlights in regards of what we have going with Stranger Things, we can go ahead and lean into Star Wars now and talk about some Baby Yoda-less goodness.
I should kill you. But so Obi-Wan is set in the time in which what time frame is this? Fuck.
But this is set right after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan is on his journey, and one major thing that
And you
I've
call me as
noticed.
casual. You see, I know stuff.
Yeah, you baby Yoda freaking. I'm not here. I'm not here. To
Baby
talk
Yoda cultists. We are of the code of Baby Yoda. It's okay.
I'm gonna make
This
a
is the
Baby
way.
Yoda coat. I don't care.
Right.
I know one.
And Baby Yoda we trust.
Just know Obi-Wan cut himself off from the Force. There are things happening. I am done talking Star Wars for the day.
But no, like, all in all, though, I did start the first episode. It was really good, but I watched it after midnight.
Okay,
I
it's
had
not
already
right after.
played.
It's years after Revenge of the Sith. So, okay, yeah. So I have to sit. So for me to have the correct conversation, all I know for sure, because I skimmed through it, is the Fallen Order. That's what I thought. Obi-Wan cut himself off from the Force as his time as he's going through. I can't talk more into depth as far as that because I watched half of the first episode and then I crashed. But for more details, I'm not even gonna stun. This would be a shameless plug. Everyone tune into the RNG show of Ham and my boy Kyle as they go deep into the world of the Star Wars because them boys know what they're talking about. Ham,
And
especially.
green yams.
Oh yeah, Ham does a phenomenal job. Well, we have conversations of a lot of Star Wars anyway, as it is. Yeah. So there's that. But first impressions, I'm really excited because how they gave us this episode in the trailer of everything Star Wars and how Star Wars, because even Greg said after him watching the movie and then the show Clone Wars hit him with massive deliciousness.
Oh yeah, definitely so.
So I'm excited. It's a good one. But like I said, for more in-depth talks and more first impressions, definitely check out the homies.
Yeah, definitely check those guys over on the Gamepad YouTube channel. Ham, I don't know if you can drop a link, but drop a link. If you can't drop a link, send us a message. We'll drop the link in the chat for you. But definitely, like, it's one of those things where that first episode was pretty damn good. Unfortunately, I started watching it after I played like 2 hours of Destiny with you guys, and I was already falling asleep on that final mission.
It wasn't. You fell asleep, nigga. Twice.
Yeah, I fell asleep multiple times. Yeah, twice is what you caught, but it was more than twice. But all in all, it's one of those things where it seems really good. It's well shot. You know, a lot of the costumes and stuff, it looks like they are definitely leaning into more of the practical stuff that we've seen from Disney Plus previously. And it looks like some of the fight choreography in this show is going to be fantastic as we get further in.
And plus,
so I'm really excited.
And then we have Obi-Wan. We have our real Obi-Wan, not old Obi, but Obi-Wan when we had young Anakin.
Yeah.
So
right
I'm
in
happy.
his prime.
Yes, I'm happy with that. In the original actor. So there's the plus. But as we move forward, okay, bet. All I say is that you see someone from the new Fallen Order trailer. Ooh, stop it. Who? Harold, text me. But as we move forward, it's time for our recommendations.
Oh.
And since we have a little bit of time, we make a good time. I want a good recommendation and a quick one. So we got 1.5. What do you guys have for me today?
You know, it's crazy. I wasn't necessarily prepared for recommendations today.
Oh, okay.
But what can I recommend? Oh, I got it. So 2 recommendations. I'm going to recommend that everyone, take care of yourself, eat better, exercise, vitamins, like whatever it takes. Like do those things. Even a little bit is a lot. And it's a day by day thing. So definitely make better decisions, smoothies, whatever else. Like try to get away from some of the things that you do on the regular basis and replace those habits with more positive ones. It can be a struggle, but please do it. And then with that as well, my other recommendation is check out Destiny. The new season or however they roll them out now is really cool. The new class abilities in the solar class are really, really interesting, and it allows my warlock to be Colonel Roy Mustang. So I'm super here for that, and I will probably play this one until I complete it.
Lady Gunner. Okay, that's good, G. I'm sorry. I need you to read the last comment for us because this is something of your caliber of sass.
Of my sass, that's crazy.
That's something I expect you to say.
Be a Twinkie or make a Twinkie. Can I do both?
Both
Because
of
I'm
y'all,
gonna be a Twinkie, but I
both of
want
y'all
to
to
make
the
a
corner.
Twinkie one day.
Both of y'all to
That's
the corner. To the
that's some hoe
corner.
shit. I
Go
just
to the
want to say,
corner. Coco
and I'm
to
telling on
the
both of y'all.
corner. Lady Gunner corner. Both of y'all on punishment. Y'all some nasty individuals.
I'm sitting here chilling. You told me to read it. I just gave you my opinion. I'm gonna
Sure.
be a Twinkie. But I'm gonna make one too one day. I'm gonna be a Twinkie.
Oh my God.
And the toasters. Don't forget the toasters. Don't forget the toaster strudels. Those are nice too.
Oh my God, y'all are sick. All right, your recommendation, ma'am.
Recommendation is positivity. Like speak it into existence. If you gotta don't be like, I'm not gonna be able to do this, I'm not gonna get this job, I'm not gonna da da da. Be positive. As soon as you feel yourself saying I'm not, sit there and change it to I am. I don't care if you gotta meditate, I don't care if you gotta write it 100 times. Positivity. I'm gonna be the best streamer, I'm gonna be the best hairdresser, I'm gonna lose weight, whatever you wanna do, positivity. I'm gonna get out here and do the best that I can do.
That's what I
I'm
love
gonna
to
get out
hear.
here and do
That's what I love to hear, girl. I love to hear you talk that talk, girl. Said my Lady Gunner hit us up. Said Meg the Stallion is the goal.
My 2023, my body's gonna be like Meg the Stallion. When it be like that, I'm not gonna do bikini streams, but y'all gonna know like her body. I'm gonna be out here twerking every time something happens.
Man,
Twerk.
I'm gonna be all.
2023, Meg the Stallion body. That's it. Like
Man, Lady Gunner gonna be out here. I'm like, hey, Lady Gunner, body yada yada. You feel me? Show them
and then
what
I'm gonna
you.
start dancing on stream. Body yada 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 yada.
Show them what it is, man. I'm happy. I'm
this,
I'm loving
this
this.
this is my screensaver. Like
I'm
put
such.
put them goals on your phone.
I'm,
Like
I'm a huge fan
get
of
out
Meg.
here.
That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear the positivity in you, man. I'm happy. I'm happy you finding that strength within yourself. You pushing forward, and you ain't stopping. So I'm excited. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, sometimes you're gonna mess up, sometimes you're gonna fail, but tomorrow's a new day. As long as you have more
Hey, baby.
positive than negative. Some like yesterday I had fries. I for a whole month I had no fast food in there, but I had fries. But today, as soon as we done with this gym today, sometimes you're gonna trip a little bit. You're human.
Can you
Just
say
be
hello, people?
positive.
Hey, baby.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I do have another recommendation before you get into yours, Perry.
All
If
right.
that's okay. What I'm going to recommend is that you guys check out my son, Braden, my firstborn son, Braden, his YouTube and TikTok content. I'm actually going to let him take this seat for all of like 10 to 15 seconds for him to give you a pitch on what Soggy Waffles is about. Come on, bro.
Oh, okay.
I have
And
jokes, nephew.
syrup waffles.
Nephew, we're gonna talk about that name.
Man, soggy waffles, please.
Yeah, it's
So
nephew.
on my YouTube channel, oh,
You can hear.
so on my YouTube channel, Soggy Waffle, I mainly post like gaming videos and anime edits, and then I post sometimes on TikTok. I don't like really post a lot on TikTok, but I'm starting to post more. Mostly on TikTok, I post like memes and like edits, cool stuff like that, and basically just me like goofing around. But on YouTube, I think I have like 27 subscribers, and I would like to take that serious. So if you're interested, please go check that out. My YouTube is Soggy Waffle, and then my TikTok is Soggy Waffle 312.
So, okay, nephew. When you get a chance, get my number from your dad so you can text him those links. We're gonna post those on the show as well. I'm super proud of you. Everyone, this is my nephew. I've known this little boy since he was a child, and to hear him start his own adventures and growing his own content channel make an uncle proud. So I'm proud of you, nephew. We're going to talk about the name Soggy Waffles, nephew, because your uncle is a filthy fool, and I have jokes. But I love you, and I'm proud of you. So good job, nephew.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Is there anything? Just to ask, man, what type of games are you interested in that you post on, and things of that?
So on my YouTube channel, I post on like on my phone, so I don't have like I don't really have like the privilege to like post like really big games.
Okay.
But I mainly like post like mobile games.
Mobile games. What's your favorite mobile game right now?
Probably Roblox.
You need a.
It's,
I need you and DJ
Yeah.
to get together because that's what he plays a lot.
it's like the easiest thing that I can record and
Okay.
actually get footage of.
Okay. Bet. All right. What's your Roblox name? Well,
I have 2 accounts, and my main account that I post on is from I forgot.
that hat
actually.
is swag too. I like that hat.
My display name is King Bray.
King Bray. Okay. King Bray. I'll text that to DJ. See if he's on too. Matter of fact. Let me go ahead.
Yes, Sonny? What?
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and text DJ that, man. And thank you for coming on the show and giving us that love, man. I really do appreciate that. For sure. You're growing up, man. It's a beautiful sight to see. For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess I can give my recommendations, I guess.
Not I guess.
Yeah. Brayden, go ahead, give your headphones back to your dad because Uncle Nick is about to go crazy. It's crazy to see him grow up into who he is right now, man. I've known Braden since diapers. I've watched him since I've changed him. He peed on me. Pause. But I mean he was a baby at the time. But that's nephew. Just to see that brings joy to my heart, man. That's good to see. Now, my turn for recommendations. Recommendation number 1. Everyone go watch Ode. It is a horror flick and it's absolutely hilarious. It is comedy of the year. I've never laughed.
How's a horror flick comedy? What?
Because it was made by no other than M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
What is this called?
Ode. It is about going to a beach and growing old.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I seen a 6-year-old child turn into a 50-year-old man within 12 hours. It was hilarious. It was funny. I've never laughed so hard in my life with my wife over a horror flick. I despise M. Night Shyamalan. I do not like him. Because in the middle of the movie, I'm like, this movie is not making sense. And these camera angles look mad familiar. Who is the director?
Oh, she just wants to watch it.
Oh, it's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. The same guy that made, what was it? What was that movie called? He made The Happening. You know what The Happening is all about?
Okay.
I don't know, but I heard bad reviews about that.
It's about plants whispering in the wind and making you kill yourself.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's M. Night Shyamalan. You know what other movie he made? You want to know this, Lady Gunner? You know what other movie he made?
What other movie?
He made the live action version of The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, get rid of that man. No more. No more movies. Oh man.
Hold on. I think he made another one. Give me a second.
Ooh, man, getting real in the dad pad right now. Goodness gracious.
Okay. I thought he made another movie, but he did not. Therefore, he gets a pass. But he made one of the worst movies of all time. So,
Talking about Avatar: Last Airbender.
yeah, he made that. He
Yeah,
made The Happening.
Shyamalan Dong.
How does a man who made Split, which was a great movie,
Shyamalan dog.
make The Happening? You know The Happening is just the Bird movie, right?
thought it was trees.
No, it's Bird Box.
Oh, now not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
lie,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was a
no, it
good
is
movie.
Bird Box,
Bird Box. If you
But
look,
Bird
no.
Box wasn't Shalimar though.
No, but Bird Box is The Happening, and The Happening is Bird Box. So when people say The Bird Box was a good movie, I'm like, how? It's The Happening with better camera angles. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, and that counts for something because
It counts for nothing. It counts
Avatar with blue people is just Pocahontas, but somehow is the highest grossing movie of all time.
It's
Pocahontas was
amazing.
a
No, Pocahontas was amazing too, but don't do Avatar like that.
It is. Think
Don't
about
tell
it.
me you didn't feel like you was in another world and connecting with
No,
nature and
I,
felt
I,
amazing.
I enjoy the movie. Don't get me wrong, but it is literally just Pocahontas.
But
with blue people.
Pocahontas wasn't bad. Happening was terrible. Bird Box was equally made no.
Wait.
Look at
Oh
this.
no, wait, Perry, wait, because I just see in Lady Gunner's face that she just hit a moment of realization. Like, wait a minute, it is Pocahontas.
No, because I can't. No.
Yeah, I mean,
Think about it. The plot of Pocahontas is
White
John
man
Smith,
comes to a new world.
Exactly. The settlers come to a new world. John Smith has to go and investigate. He falls in love with the chief's daughter. The chief's daughter is already in an arranged marriage. The guy that she's arranged to marry finds out that John Smith is just a spy. John Smith falls from grace. John Smith fights against the colonization in order to save the natives, and then he wins their respect back. It's literally the same thing that happens in Avatar. Don't get me wrong, I love Avatar. I think that it did some amazing things from a technical aspect, but they are literally the same movie, and now that Fox owns that IP, it's literally the same movie.
Doesn't matter. They both were equally good. Bird Box in The Happening sucks. God, that movie is terrible. I sat there, I'm just like, this movie is asinine in every sense of the word. But people think it's good because of the actress. I'm like, I'd rather watch Mark
I just broke
Wahlberg.
Lady Gunner, by the way. I think I broke her. I don't know where she went.
God.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I broke Lady Gunner.
I hated that movie.
It's okay. It's gone now, Perry.
God.
It won't hurt you anymore.
They had Sandra Bullock. That's the They had Machine Gun Kelly in that movie, okay? It was ass.
Yeah.
It was ass. The movie was bad. And you should feel terrible about it. The movie sucked. God, I hate that movie. Anywho.
Yeah.
Second one is invest in your skill sets. Today, myself, my buddy Cody will be going over lesson 2, learning about Docker, which in cloud management, which is really good skill set. It's basically learning Linux system admin skill sets as well. Cody is taking time out of his weekends to help me. Last weekend, I was able to SSH into my Linux server that I got set up, and I thought I had to get a whole new monitor so I can work on there and keyboard. No, sir, I just SSH from my main computer, and I can just work in a terminal from my main computer and do all that fun stuff, and it's glorious. So that has been really.
I can't believe this.
Lady Gunner, are you okay?
I've never put Avatar into that aspect, and now I'm kind of just like,
Lady Gaga is lost. But invest in your skill sets, and also Coco. She will be. We will be working with the coding language Python. So we got a good thing going. Our friends investing into each other in the IT world, which is needed. I just want you guys to know that Linux system admin, the medium money intake for that is 105,000, and my skill set for ethical hacking, you're looking at 150, and you can go up to at least 475,000 a year. just depending on where you are as far as your skill set. So I'm telling everyone, invest into IT, take time, learn a different skill. IT is the way to go, especially in this social media stage, everything going to gaming. You don't have to be a developer. You don't have to be a coder to make that type of money. Everyone cannot be Mark Zuckerberg. And that's perfectly fine because they'll need people to manage their systems. They need people to maintain their server base in the cloud. And those people make money equally as much as them, if not, but those people are in the background. And making money like that and not being seen is beautiful. It's great. I don't want to be seen making that much money. I just want to be chilling. So,
And that's all right.
that's perfectly fine. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has been a phenomenal Saturday. Oh, shameless plug. If you are part of the lounge Discord group, we are watching Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero fight tonight, and it's going to be glorious. And it's not going to be a balanced fight. It's going to be one-sided. Rolly's finna get his ass beat.
He is not your king. You will not enjoy this.
You are not going to enjoy this. I will not be fast. This will be long, hard, and dry.
The only Vaseline afforded is on your eyebrows, my guy.
I do not like this, man. I have no idea. But tune in. It's fight week. So everyone enjoy. Greg, go ahead and close us out, my good sir.
All right. To the gang family. I just want to thank everybody who's pulled up today. You could have been anywhere in the world on this Saturday morning, but you're right here to us. So to Hamurai Black, Ghoulie Gang, Slub Love, T-Will the Don, who else is in here? Razor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Nightbot and the genius behind the Nightbot. Of course, Lady Gunner as well. And of course, my girl Coco and anybody else in the comments, in the chat that I may have missed or may have been lurking throughout this morning. I just want to let you know that you deserve the heartiest gang. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, guys. And we are outro. Peace.
Baby Yoda.
Sweet.